Emotion regulation. So how do I live with so many big emotions? Today we're diving into the profound impact that our emotions can have on our mental health, particularly how they have been portrayed in recent children's films like Turning Red and Encanto, how these portrayals can resonate with both children and adults. In the kids' movie Turning Red, 13-year-old Maylin Lee transforms into a really giant red panda when her emotions really intensifies and she gets really angry. This metaphor beautifully illustrates the chaos and intensity of adolescent emotions. May starts by viewing her strong emotions as embarrassing. She attempts to suppress her true self, but every time she does that, she turns into this panda. Similarly, in Encanto, the Madrigal family hide their true feelings, which almost leads to their home's literal collapse. These narratives and stories underscore a crucial psychological insight that suppressing emotions can lead to increased risk of chronic illness and depression. Conversely, expressing and exploring our emotions can lead to the profound personal growth and improved mental health. Recent studies in the field of psychology highlight the importance of emotion regulation, which involves understanding, processing, and managing your emotions to adapt to stressful situations in order to maintain your psychological well-being and get back your homeostasis and jump back in that window of tolerance in your parasympathetic nervous system. Research suggests that if you can treat yourself with kindness and understanding, it's almost like self-soothing like a child. During difficult times, you can significantly buffer against the negative effects of stress and anxiety. This approach will help you work through any uncomfortable feelings rather than avoiding them, which is really crucial for long-term emotional resilience. Moreover, connecting with your emotions can facilitate stronger bonds with others and yourself, which produces oxytocin, that love hormone, which helps reduce anxiety and increases your feelings of well-being. Just remember, you can engender those oxytocin even just by waving or smiling at a stranger. It strengthens your heart and mind connection. So what are some tips for you as parents to help your children and yourselves with your emotion regulation? Well, because we're modelling to our children always, it's okay to show your children that all emotions are welcome. Demonstrate to them how to manage your feelings. So you're going to give them valuable tools that they can then use to handle their big emotions. And it might be as simple as saying, I'm feeling really overwhelmed right now, so I'm going to take the dog for a walk. Number 2, encourage name your emotions. Help your children learn a vocab to identify, name their feelings. If you can name it, you can tame it. The skill is crucial because it gives them a language to express themselves. And we know that suppression equals an expression down the track in often ways that are not healthy. So use moments from films like Inside Out to discuss what each character might be feeling and why. Number 3, create a supportive environment where all emotions are allowed and valid. This doesn't mean that all behaviours are acceptable, but it does mean that you're going to listen to your child's feelings without judgment or yelling at them or being angry if they're crying or shutting it down straight away. Lean into it, ask them what they're feeling and what they need to pull them out of it. You are instrumental in helping them develop their emotional intelligence. So integrate these strategies into your daily parenting practices and help your child develop robust emotion regulation skills. This will serve them well throughout their lives. So these films, research, psychology offers us really valuable lessons on the importance of embracing all emotions and finding healthy ways to respond rather than react to our emotions. So as we continue to explore these within our families, let's keep these conversations going. So what movies or stories might have sparked important discussions in your family? I encourage you to use these and even stories of your own life of how you coped with difficult situations that will help your children harness and use their emotions to expand their psychological landscape so it's not so overwhelming or they feel embarrassed or out of control with their emotions. They're just a rudder for their sails. Help them bring on their frontal lobes to respond to stressful reactions rather than react. Acknowledge those big emotions, triggers, help them learn how to breathe from their diaphragm, do something creative, compassionate or courageous whilst they're engaging their frontal lobe again in those heightened moments when you're in your threat brain, because you need to connect so that they can respond appropriately. It's always like, when you're boiling that pasta on the pot, what are your 3 ways that you can turn down the gas or lift the lid in your life? We all need, 3 to 5 ways that we can learn to calm down so we can respond to situations rather than react. So if you are struggling with any of these sort of issues or big emotional outbursts that you don't know how to control, or you'd like help with your children, please seek support from your psychologist, and learn how to manage these triggers. And knowledge is power, and you are your child's best teacher. So I just encourage you and thank you for the work you're doing with your children.